Just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go play action with Nix. And that is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Nix. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now it's Nix. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Nix looking to throw again. Flushed out right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
We got weapons now. We got weapons now, boy. We got weapons now.
To throw, Williams.
Come on, we still got Caleb Williams. Jesus Christ.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for.
And we still have Caleb Williams. We got weapons, but we still have Caleb Williams.
Put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Releases by horrible.
And now it's 3rd down. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting.
I'm in trouble, am I?
They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes? And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Get the real man the ball, man. Get the dog the ball.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on
that. You can't stop Breece.
Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Caleb Williams is horrible. Jesus Christ, bro.
Missed him, and it's incomplete. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they let the throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. On 4th down, here's Williams. That is caught, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Back to the ground with Hall. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll find Williams on the slant. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Hall.
Get in, Brees. Get in. Jesus Christ.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Williams going to sneak it. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though. Hindsight's 2020.
2020 and never defeated.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal. It's dropped in the end zone. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. To throw from his end zone. Nix. He has it complete to Christian Watson. 2nd down and 4.
It's the pick number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints 7, Dolphins nothing.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. In motion, Hill. Nix from the shotgun. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill, 92 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Ah, damn.
Kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. Bring this to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To the air, Williams.
Get the ball out.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work.
And you should have to like work it down the field.
Now bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Williams. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. To throw, it's Williams. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Williams, a man in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Straight ahead is Hall. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. Here's Williams.
This thing is horrible.
Incomplete. A misconnection production there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus
Jesus.
far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This pass out wide to Hall. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Again, he'll drop to throw. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll look to run with Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Operating from the gun, Williams. Touchdown! Breece Hall from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, my God.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. In motion left goes Watson. Nix to the air.
Pick it off. Pick it off. Pick it off. Pick it off. Pick it off.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
What's up, bro? Have a seat. Don't touch that. Have a seat.
Here's Nix. Eluding the pressure right.
Hey, stop. Oh, my God.
Incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going. It's Nix.
Oh, my God. Come on, man. Come on.
The Saints first down, and they convert in style right there. A
Come
big
on,
play
dude.
on
Come
4th
on.
and long.
Gotta make that play. You know what they like to do now. You know what they like to do.
To throw is Nix. And this
I
will
don't know
be
what he likes to
incomplete.
do. It's on another
Physical
time.
play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Here's Nix once more. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. They'll go play action with Nix. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Shoves him away. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
That's on me, defense. You getting off the field. That's on me.
The ball
Lollygagging.
on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
I gotta put Caleb Williams back out here. Jesus Christ.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, Williams. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 18 big yards on that one and a Miami first.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Looking to throw is Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had him more down before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
They didn't even jump.
Complete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again here, Williams. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL. And it's a presentation
I play football.
of EA Sports.
You
not play Call of Duty?
No.
Welcome back, Charles and I.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Call of Duty after I win.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a
Do I have a
return
sweep
of
on
the
me?
dynamic kickoff.
Sorry,
And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it didn't help the amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Williams from the gun on third down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for her. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
What the hell?
On fourth down, here's Williams. Pass to the
Thank God, Taylor. Jesus.
and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. On first and 10, it's Hall. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Here now, second and 4. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Hall want to give up the middle. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from the 37, here's a second down and 4. Running left, it's Hall. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams sliding out of the pocket.
Good throw, Taylor. Jesus, good throw. We're going to applaud you every time you throw it right, man. You know, you don't get that from me.
Here's a give to Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Williams now operating from the gun. Flush to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Breece Hall, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kicking team out for Miami.
Come on, defense. You stopped them already. That was just on me. That was just on me. She already stopped them.
Forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful.
Pass midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's good for our Saints. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw, here's Nix. They'll complete this one.
Come on.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Got his man. It's Thornton. No gain on the play.
What you gonna do?
It'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And they're going to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. In motion left goes Watson. Nix from the shotgun. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Working out of the gun is Nix.
Take it off, bro. Jump it down. Jump it.
Watson from 19 yards away. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They were bouncing their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Throwing is Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams.
Oh my God, man.
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
In motion left goes Watson. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now it's Nix. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Not pick six. Defense.
In motion left goes Watson. Nix to the air. And
Thank you.
they need. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You have the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off the play fake, it's Williams. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Oh my God.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
To throw is Nix. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. 3rd and 19. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Dolphin football. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Flushed out right. Now a short one to Gesicki. Oh, he put it on the corner of the football. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
That's a good throw.
He's got
That's a great throw.
Williams complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mills. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Here's 1st and 10. Mills to the air again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Mills to throw it. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Now it looks like he'll throw here. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Nix. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Nix. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no run back here. That's going to be... And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. Rolling to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. To throw, here's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Looking deep downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is fielded at the 7. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And going deep for Hill. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it in for the score. The game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. A little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Saints, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile,